Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, October 24th. It is a week before Halloween. And of course, I have not gotten my costume for my son Lucas yet, but don't worry, I'll be getting something. I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing maybe superhero, but I keep thinking cowboy, but that's another story for another time. So what's going on since last I spoke to you? Well, for all of our fans of Obsidian Apocalypse, we have gotten in all the text from everybody. We are waiting on the last 7 pictures to go in. Our editor Joshua is now up to chapter 5? No, chapter 6 of the layout stuff we've done, going over his final edits. There's only chapters 7, 8, 9, 10, and I think 11, but there may not be 11, so just 7 through 10. We're going to go through those, and the 7 images of the monsters go in number 9. Once that's all said and done, we'll go through that, we'll check it out, make sure it's okay, and we'll release the PDF to everybody. That's right, we're going to release the PDF to everybody, and that means to all the donors, all the people who are interested in wanting to buy, you'll be getting the PDF. The donors, of course, will be getting the PDF earlier than the folks for sale, but just to keep you on board, we'll definitely be doing both. What else? We released the Iconics for Obsidian Apocalypse. It's under our Adventure Path Iconics line, Path of the Undeath. You can use it for the world's most popular RPGs, adventure paths of a horror gothic nature. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We all know what that one is. I think the races that we built for Obsidian Apocalypse are excellent. They are very, very cool. They're very, very different than what people have expected to see race-wise. And, you know, I think the Khmer are probably one of the most interesting races ever put together. I am very, very, very happy how they've come across on Pathfinder. I think the changes we made make them even cooler. Don't be wrong, I like the other races, but the Khmer are definitely the one close to my heart. So that I'm very, very happy with. What other fun stuff? We're going to be releasing all the supplementary material that went along with Obsidian Apocalypse on the Kickstarter. We'll have the plot deck available soon. It's already done. I've just got to basically convert it to PDF and get that done. The spell deck's done. Like that, the majority of the work has been done. That's the cool part. The NPC cards done. We're going to put those all up and available for sale at RPG Now, and then of course send them out to our fan base so they can get their copies. It's been really a lot of fun. I really have enjoyed, very much so, this Kickstarter. This has been much better than my first one, or my first 2. I don't think they came across as well as the Obsidian Apocalypse one. I think this has come off much better than I expected. I think people who worked on it have been very, very happy with it. I think having such a great editor, Joshua has read every page of that book, probably more times than I have. And, you know, for me, this is a book I've been working on, if you include Obsidian Twilight, for several years. So, things I think that are right in the book aren't, because it's like, oh no, we changed that. Don't you remember? I'm like, really? We did? Let me look at this. And Joshua checks all that stuff, and he goes through, and he does an immense amount of work for us. And as always, we're very thankful to have him on board. He makes what we write better. I mean, that's bluntly put. So, we're glad to have him on. We know that we're going to be doing more Obsidian Apocalypse stuff. Rich Redmond has signed on, of course, to be the creative director for that line. There's some ideas I definitely want to kick with him, which I need to actually get online. But I've been focusing on finishing the book, and once I finish the book, we can start doing the add-on products, which I think makes a little more sense. But we will be, most likely, I know the first product, or 2 products, will be, we're going to be reintroducing 2 of the races that we left out of the actual core book, because I don't think the mechanics worked as well. We're going to have Rich really dissect them and take them apart and get them working well. One of them being the Rajin, which is kind of the ghost template race that we built for the original Obsidian Twilight. I think there's a way we can kind of do it differently, and it might work very well. I want to talk to him about it and get his more feeling on it. And then, of course, the Uzmati, which initially were created after the original 8 were done, that I still think is a very, very cool race, but Mechanically, there were a lot of issues when we had another writer try to develop it. So we said, let me let Rich take a look at it. Let me go through it and really give us, a well thought out opinion and change of it. I think these two races are going to be very, very well received, and that will bring us up to our original, quote unquote 9 races, which make me very, very happy. And then we're going to start focusing on small adventures, a lot of sidetracks that people started, and implementing them into your game and your horror game. So maybe you don't play in the whole setting for Obsidian Apocalypse, but you like the races, you like the monsters, and you use some stuff. This is kind of for that. And you can plug these in anywhere. They don't have to be specifically Obsidian Apocalypse, but they're good encounters that really push the post-apocalyptic survival horror setting. And there's genres instead of genres. Do I want to do traditional Gothic with it? Probably. There's horror has so many different facets to it. I think we can do a lot of just cool stuff that maybe you wouldn't find directly only in survival horror. I mean, survival horror is definitely a genre in a genre, and we want to expand that genre in so many different directions. What would survival horror Gothic feel like? What's the difference there? Because Gothic is that slow creeping. So how do we do that with survival horror? Those are questions I like asking. How can we add other horror? And I mean, I don't want to do zombies all the time. Don't get me wrong. I love zombies. Zombies terrify me to the core as a person. That's like the most disturbing undead. And it's really, in D&D it's real simple, but it's the concept of it just irks me to no end. Like, God, I hate it. So, I'd like to see, how we can handle that in different genres of the horror tropes. I think we're going to go through and see a lot of that stuff done. I think everybody's going to be working on Obsidian Apocalypse now is going to be really enjoying a lot of cooler and more interesting things to do. I can't wait to see, God, what more stuff we have planned. There's stuff I have in my head, but I know there's stuff they have in their head, and it all comes together in a very, very, very cool way. That's really the cool part about writing, is the collaboration and pitching ideas to each other and seeing how far you can twist them so they don't even recognize anymore what you initially did. That's a love of mine. Also, back on the New Exodus front, we've released 4 adventures for our New Exodus Legacies line. JP has basically taken that line. He's built his own company under it, and he's been putting those products out for New Exodus. So if you're a fan of Legacies, check it out. JP's company is his first one. First one's Enterprise. It spells foe. Get it? Foe? Get it? Yeah. All right. So you can check them out on RPG Now. They're readily available. I believe each one's selling for $1.99. You can find them there. Pick them up, add them to your game. Continue on playing that side of the game. It's a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. It's Neo Exodus. Also with Neo Exodus, I'm, of course, once again going back and looking at Zao and looking at what I can do to work on that. It's, as of late, a lot of people have been doing these Kung Fu-esque, Wire Fu-esque Kickstarters, and I keep going, I should do Zao as a Kickstarter. And I'm just like, no, I'm probably not going to do it as a Kickstarter. I mean, look, I like Kickstarter. Our next Kickstarter, Codex Torment, that's going to be cool. That's going to probably be, that's going to be the one I'm going to be working on next year. Everybody who's planning to be on that's going to be a real fun book. I'm hoping to get that done, completed, and all done. That's my first half of the year kind of work. That's what we're focusing on. I think that when this book comes out, a lot of people are going to like it. I think the Kickstarter will be solid. It's hey, it's third party publishers making monsters that they want to create, not ones that we've been assigned to create. It's like, hey, go in your bag of tricks and make a cool monster, and you can make the cool monster you want to make. I mean, I'm not telling you what to make. I'm giving you free reign to what you want to make, and that in itself, I think, is disturbing. Look, there's some names in that list it's just gonna be disturbing. I mean, Clinton Boomer. You think Clinton Boomer is gonna have something soft and fluffy for you? I don't think so. You think John Wick is gonna give you something soft and fluffy? I damn well don't think so. Come on, they're gonna be demented. They're gonna be disturbing, and it's just gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? This isn't right. So I can't wait to see that. We're gonna start working on that. once I finish Obsidian Apocalypse. Like I said, Obsidian Apocalypse is there. Once we finish the PDF and we go to print, and once we're at print, boom, we're sending out books. We're like, bam, sending out books. People are going to start getting books quicker than you can imagine. Just boom, 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 boom. You know. Oh, and here's something else I've been debating about. This goes back to Codex Torment. We want to supply a full color book. We want to give people a full color book. A full color monster book is really, really cool. I'm all for that. I think it's a good idea. I think the problem really becomes a full color book is really expensive to print, and everybody is not admitting, like, yeah, like, that's pretty obvious, yeah. And I'm very much about keeping costs low, that people can get the books they want and get the information they want. And also, I want people to get something special. So some people are like, oh, I'll pay extra for the color book, but I'm like, yeah, the color book's nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't want you to feel, what's the right word? Not happy you didn't get the color book. I want the color book to have a real value to it, because everyone's doing a color book, everyone's doing a color monster book, and a Kickstarter with the color monster books, you know, that's $100. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie to you. $100 is a lot of money. Not everybody has $100 to give you. That's what we have. You know, we have 3 main levels in our stuff. We have the PDF level, we have a black and white level, and we have a color level. The color level is, if you wanted just a color level, you have the color book and the black and white PDF. And the black and white book, color book, PDF, it's $85, and that's the lowest you can get those things at that. Boom, you get it, you're happy, you walk away smiling, and you know people want that. But at the same time, I also want to make it a special book. I kind of do want to make the book readily available in color, but I don't at the same time, because it is kind of a cool thing to have the color one. The color one is the different one. It is the unique one. It isn't the one that you're not going to find everywhere. That's another piece. Black and white, yeah, that's going to be the one that the retail stores are going to get. That's the one that you're going to see available in stores. That's the one that you're going to see. But the color one is the special one. It's like, whoa, color. You must really be a fan of these. That's how I kind of want to make it. I want to make it that if you're buying a color one, you're a real fan. You're like not even a fan. You're an actual fanatic. You know, you love this stuff more than anybody. These are the guys you want to do stuff with. These are the guys you wish you could do this stuff, and you're more than willing to pay that kind of price for it. And I like that attitude, and I like that kind of separation also. That's just a personal issue. You know, plus we have, like I said, tons of rewards where if you're a up-and-coming freelancer, if you're looking to freelance, if you wanted to freelance, if you're interested about freelancing, you can submit, you know, it's a lot of different feats, spells, traps, templates, monsters, diseases, poison. You know, you can submit a lot of cool stuff to this book that gets added to make it only bigger and cooler. I mean, you know, we want to make this book awesome. And we think the best way to make this book awesome is putting in really, really cool stuff and letting the fans put in cool stuff. Because, I mean, look, we're all professional designers who are doing this, who are planning this Kickstarter, and we all have certain sensibilities we work in and that kind of stuff. But once in a while, man, there's a lot of fans who come up with stuff that we're like, oh, that's amazing. I got to work on that. And that's kind of a cool situation because, you know, when you work on something, you're so close to it like we are, it's easy to, you know, forget little tiny things and not think of, you know, things in different ways. I mean, you know, goblins are goblins are goblins, orcs are orcs are orcs, but they can be different. You can change them up. You can give them a different spin. There's stuff you can do. But at the same time, we've got it so much, so we're like, that's not exciting to me anymore. And you might have a fan who might come up with something that's just, you know, mind-blowing. You know, so that's a real good skill of a really good writer, is to take something that everybody knows is common and mundane and everyone believes that's more than played out, and position yourself in a very, really, dude? Wow. Position yourself in a very unique and interesting way that you did it. I mean, you know, how would you make skeletons interesting? I mean, it's a skeleton. But once again, how would you make skeletons interesting? You know, I think zombies became interesting again with 28 days. 28 days later. The fast zombie. Now it's like, well, those guys aren't really zombies. Yeah, whatever. Fast moving dead people or infected people. Very disturbing concept. It's like, I don't like this. This is scary. This is scary for all the right reasons for it to be scary. I don't like this. I think a lot of people thought that was interesting, and it kind of, it just kind of energized the genre of zombies. I mean, zombies have always been slow-moving, shuffling, but, a running zombie, yeah, that's gonna disturb me a little bit, The walkers in in Walking Dead, they're terrifying in massive groups, but one-on-one, you're like, I can take that guy. One-on-one, I'm killing that guy every day plus Sunday. 4-on-1, well, these are some bad numbers. I don't like where this is going. 10-on-1, well, that's where it just craps out. There you go. But if you add the running component into that, the running component of a zombie just breaks it down. It breaks it in ways it's like, it wasn't bad enough, it's hard to kill you. Now you're running at full speed all the time. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Come on. So, that's how I feel about zombies. If you didn't know, I'm terrified of zombies. I'm terrified. I mean, really, you think I'm joking with you? I'm terrified of zombies, Zombie outbreak, I'm going to get bit by accident. I know it. I'm going to be pissed, too. But, something stupid will happen. It's always something stupid. So, fast-moving zombies, never happy. What other fun things are going on? Well, for a lot of people who don't know, that we have a fiction line for New Exodus. I've been branching out doing fiction. I've let some people write some stuff, send some stuff to me. Some stuff I've actually got to really finish reading, which I have not done. That is totally my fault. Please forgive me. One of our writers who wrote one of the first ebook pieces we put out called me again. We're going to be doing our second Neo Exodus ebook. I'm hoping to have it out sometime by the beginning of the year, and the Christmas-ish. So we're going to see how that goes. People who liked the first one liked it. I think they liked it. They said they liked it. They bought it. That's what they told you liked it. So I'm hoping to do another one with most likely either the same main character or a spin-off of one of the characters from the original story. We're going to still talk about that. Like I said, I think this whole concept has legs, and we can go a lot of different ways with this, and it's kind of fun, at least in my head. I like the ebook. I like doing that. I think it's a cool setup for people. And that's about it. I'm almost at work, so I'm gonna cut this short anyway. Once again, I always thank you for listening to me ramble in my car as I drive to work. Eventually, one of these days, I always say I'd like to get another designer in the car, maybe wire the car up with more cameras, and just have us drive and talk. I'd love to do like the whole Gen Con thing. Like, do that. Maybe do a live one. Find someone to do a live. I don't know. Just stuff like that. Whee! Now I'm at work. All right, people. As always, thank you for your interest, and I'll talk to you later. Ugh, this car stopped.